Hello everyone, let's do another video here. This time we're gonna talk about bees because look in the background, we've started making this tower and that tower has a lot of copper in it. So a lot of copper chests, copper golems I want to make, and to be able to make sure that they don't oxidize, we need beeswax. So today's episode we're gonna focus on this bee farm that I've built here. We're gonna walk through what is in here, how it works, and how we can build it, what materials we need. So let's first look at what it does. So here we see we have a bunch of honeycomb. That's what we're getting out right now. You can also get honey in if you use bottles on the beehives, honey blocks. But basically I've spent a lot of time finding six bees nests here. Each had like 3 bees in them-ish. And during the day, those bees come out and they start working. So there are some flowers. But yeah, they have they're basically full. So this is a manual beehive. This is an easy build to make with easy materials that are available early game. So yeah, as a result, when the bees have made their honey, then you just go through and you just share the things. Hopper minecart underneath pulls it through the block and it ends up in this chest. So now we have more honeycombs in here. So let's look at how we can build that. So we made 1, but we have decided that we need 900 honey. So here are the items that are required to make a bee farm like this. All right, we are back and we got both a chest, copper bars, and some rails. So I'll show you guys what those are for. So this chest is basically where the honey is going to end up. So I'm going to place those here. There we go. So that's where our honey is going to end up. Then we're going to make sure that the honey ends up in that chest. So we're just going to point some hoppers towards that honey. There we go. So we got hoppers here. There. And then we can place the hopper minecarts on top of those hoppers. So basically the way it starts is that you take a minecart with a hopper, place it on the rail, and then you can push it off and then you can break the rail. Don't need a rail anymore. Then you can push the hopper minecart into the corner like that. You gotta make sure it's exactly in there. There, now it's stuck, right? So now we know it's exactly in the middle of those 4 blocks. But basically, yeah, if you throw an item around here, it's gonna pick it up, go in the hopper, and then ends up in this chest. So that's basically what we're doing here. So we're just gonna do that 6 times. All right, we're back with a nice llama in the background. So, as you might see, we've extended the stone by 1 just so we can center the hoppers on the 4 blocks. We can look at it here real quick. So they're in the middle. They're exactly in the middle for each 4 blocks. The hoppers are all pointing forward, except for this hopper here that's pointing into this row of hoppers, which then ends up in the chest. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that not even chickens or baby zombies, something really small, can get in here. Because if any mob comes in here and pushes the hopper minecart, then that will ruin the farm. So we're gonna secure it. So on the front, I'm just going to block everything off here. Just like that. But what we don't want is we don't want this to become a huge bulky thing where we have to use a lot of blocks. So I've decided to use these spruce shelves. I think they look really nice to go along here. So we're just gonna use spruce shelves to block the whole underside here. The way you make mud is by having dirt, not grass, dirt, and you take a water bottle made with 3 glass, just get some water from the water, and you place it on the dirt, and then it turns into mud. So for the mud blocks, we want there to be mud blocks 2 wide, right? As I said, we need to make room for the flowers. And then we want basically 1 mud block per beehive. So on that same layer, what you also want is you want to make sure that you place these campfires. So these are the ones that are going to make sure that the bees stay calm. Then we're going to walk on this side, which the items will land on. So this is for us to walk on when we're shearing the beehives. And that's also, so whether it falls onto the campfire, which is half a block, and this slab is also half a block, or it falls onto the slab, it's gonna pull it through, and basically we'll be able to pick up the items that way. Then around that, we're gonna put just a nice layer of stairs just to decorate it, because we need something that looks like it's supporting the walls that are going to be around this. Okay, so once you're done making that decoration around the campfires and the mud, then you can no longer get up there anymore, so we need a way up. So let's make some stairs like that. And what you can do here is, this is a good place to hide something like a torch or something, just to keep the area lit up underneath there. All right, so now there's a torch under there, and we can get up, and we can get up in here. So here is where you would probably place like a door or something. So I like to place the door the other way around so you can walk up there easily, so you can get in and out like that. Nice. As well as here, I like to place a piece of glass so I can still look in there to see what's underneath. But then this is where you're going to be able to walk in and out of the bees area where the bees are going to be flying around. So here, I want to make sure that you don't use a door or something like that, because then the bees start to try to pathfind through that door, because it's like a transparent block or something. So you want to use full blocks here, and you just break these blocks whenever you need to do any maintenance or pick up any items that have fallen here. This is where the bees are going to be being, so we're going to put the flowers here. There we go. You put the flowers down, and then all around that, we're going to just place some glass. On this side, we're going to place full glass, so full blocks of glass. And on the other side, we'll see that we'll be using panes. Okay, so once you've done placing your glass paints all around, then you can start crafting these beehives, or if you found any bees in the wild with bees nests, you can use those as well. And those you can just place on top of your campfires, just like that. You need all 6 of them. Nice. On top of that, I like to put some glass, because yeah, you're walking around behind there, and then yeah, that's just nice, so you can see through what the bees are doing while you're on the side there where you're picking up items. Then around, what I like to do is put some cut copper. Copper is yeah, abundant everywhere, right? Full block all around here, and then the other one I like to use stairs, so you can still get there by making that little jump. And then here, because they're glass panes, it just looks nice. You know, if you were to use stairs on the other side, because they're full blocks, it doesn't look that nice, but the stairs here match up very nicely with the glass panes. So this is just a nice way to finish it off. There we go, and this is gonna start looking nice over time as well. Your farm will slowly start oxidizing and get that nice green color, that distinguished look. Then we need a ceiling so that the bees can't escape. So for the ceiling, just so that the bees can get some light in there, it's nice to get just a glass ceiling here. You can choose whatever you want, but if you're flying around, then you can see the bees from above. So that's kind of nice. You don't really have to worry that much about the light, because yeah, there are campfires all around here, so it basically lights itself, this farm, so there's nothing to worry about there. All right, we got some bees in here finally from the other farm. I just brought them in here by lead. I'm gonna release this one and then just close the door. There they are, so they're gonna be happy in there forever. You can multiply them. Once you have 2, you could just feed each one a flower, and then you can get some more bees in here. And they will slowly start producing honey when they during the daytime. So make sure to sleep a lot as well. Have it be daytime, because during the night they don't work. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the farm. And then you get lots of honey. So I'm just gonna go here every now and then, just farm some honey on that one and this one. And then hopefully we'll have enough honey to wax all our copper golems eventually and make our nice sorting system. So thank you all for watching. That was a bee farm. I'll see you guys in the next one, alright?